The very handsome Jude Law is here in the studio this morning. He's fresh off a critically acclaimed run of Hamlet on Broadway, and now he is starring in Sherlock Holmes. So the very talented Jude Law, thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure to be here.
I enjoyed watching your film, this last film, Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, I'm glad.
It was not what I was expecting, especially your character, Dr. Watson, because usually he's bumbling and he's not that bright.
I had exactly the same image of him when they approached me. I knew that they were looking to do something new because obviously Guy Ritchie was going to add an energy that perhaps hadn't been found in this source material before. But what amazed me, and I'd never read the books, was that when I went back to the books, in fact, this hardened, slightly edgier take on the character was actually more accurate to Conan Doyle, who wrote them. Conan Doyle wrote it as if Watson were writing the stories, and he was a decorated soldier who had just come back from Afghanistan and was very much front row with Holmes on all the cases. So it was fun actually to suddenly have the opportunity to reforge this image of this character who, like you say, most people think of as portly and bumbling and sort of foolish.
But anything but.
Well,
in your portrayal, and you would think Sherlock Holmes would not hang out with somebody that was not on par.
I think that's one of the most important aspects, is that Holmes's somewhat acute snobbery of lesser mortals meant that he wouldn't lower himself to hang out with anyone other than people who could keep up with him at least a little bit.
Well put, well put. I want everyone to see. We're going to play a clip, Sherlock Holmes, and the relationship between Holmes and Watson. Take a look.
You never complained about my methods before.
I never complain. When do I complain about you practicing the violin at 3 in the morning? Or your mess? Your general lack of hygiene, or the fact that you steal my clothes?
I understand.
Do you?
What you need is to rest. My brother Mycroft has a small estate near Chichester. Beautiful grounds. There's a folly. Throw a lamb on the spit.
Holmes, if I were to go to the country, it would be with my future wife.
Well, certainly if we must.
No, not you, Mary and I. You are not...
What? Invited? Why would I not be invited to my own brother's country home? Watson, now you're not making any sense.
You're not human!
You know, at heart, I was thinking about this is like a Victorian buddy movie.
Yeah.
You know, the way they
I think when
together.
Robert and I sat down for the first time and really got excited about the possibilities ahead was that inside this thrill ride, and there's a lot of energy, a lot of action, and a lot of cerebral sort of unpicking of the case, was actually just this domestic drama. These two guys living together, very much like The Odd Couple. It's like Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid and The Odd Couple mixed, you know? And we suddenly thought, goodness, there's so much humour in the dynamic of two men who are sort of thrown together really because of their lack of means, having to survive and live in this small space. And it's something that I suppose if you've got brothers, it's it's a familiar situation. If you've ever been a student sharing a home with someone else, it's a similar dynamic.
Well, when Robert was here yesterday, he talked to George about the bromance between the two of you, and he wanted you to see this, and he wanted to set the record straight. Take a look.
Now, someone was telling me you kind of had a guy crush on Jude Law.
What?
On this set.
Quite the reverse. Oh, in the movie, my character doesn't want him to get married because that'll take him away from me. In real life, Jude was calling me last night while he's on his way out to dinner, telling me he missed me.
Well, we're going to have to ask Jude about that when he comes in tomorrow.
You ask him whatever you want. Hopefully he'll tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
He's right. I called him and said, I miss you last night. So he's kind of broken my heart live on TV. What can I say?
But you've been out and very busy. You were here in New York, Hamlet. And boy, it was brilliant. It was well received. That's what every actor wants to play, Hamlet. But that had to be grueling on you.
Yes, it was grueling. I'll be honest. I'm a little. I'm ready for Christmas, put it that way. Ready for some home love and some food from Mum. It started in London, and it was always a part I wanted to play, and I was very fortunate to be in the great hands of Michael Grandage, who runs the Donmar Theatre in London, and brought Frost Nixon here a few years back. To be honest, at the time, I really just wanted the sense of self-achievement. I wanted to pull it off myself. So when you achieve that and people embrace it and give it wonderful superlatives of triumphs and all, you know, then it's really is the cherry on the cake. But bringing it here, I have to say, I was here 15 years ago doing a play. Coming back, there is such a sense of community and embrace when it's a success, that I was just overwhelmed, and it was 3 of the happiest months of my life, performing a great role in a wonderful city.
And it was great that you could have your kids here with you too.
It was great to have the kids here. The kids love New York.
Good. Are you ready for the holidays with them?
I'm absolutely ready, yeah. You can probably hear by my voice. I'm ready for sleep and ready for lots of turkey.
Well, you are such a talent and such a gentleman. We wish you continued success and blessings in all that you do. Thank you.